Patricia Mashale appeared before lawmakers with explosive allegations that cut to the core of South Africa's justice system, alleging unlawful imprisonment spanning decades, murder cover-ups involving police officers and farmers, stolen pensions, fabricated identities used by state witnesses, and senior officials allegedly shielded by silence and intimidation. She named cases. She named victims. She pointed to evidence she says has already been submitted to authorities, and warned that in this system, those who speak out are targeted, while those accused remain untouched. Before we play this clip, subscribe to this channel. We are tracking this story closely and bringing you verified updates, critical context, and accountability-focused reporting from South Africa and beyond.
There is a person called Mr. Zwelinzima Joseph Nguru. He has been in detention since 1999 for stock theft. He was only 18 years old when he was arrested. He was supposed to have been released in 2012, but currently since 2012 until now, they have been keeping him unlawfully in detention with false detention warrants. And the reason for that is, when Mr. Nguru was arrested, it was because of a murder that was committed by a farmer in Tienazen. A farm worker was killed. Mr. Nguru, it was in 1997. Mr. Nguru was 16 years at that age. They took him along. They say he must drive the van, and this body of the farm worker was dumped in a sewage dam by farmers and police officers. You have all the names, there's cases, there's names, there's everything. They dumped this body in Tienazen in a sewage farm. The next day, he went to the police station and he reported this matter. The same police officers who was part of this crime told him that they will take care of him for the rest of his life, and they will take care of his mother if he doesn't talk about this crime. From that moment on, each and every one of them was part of that, including the prosecutors who covered up this crime, correctional services heads who covered up this crime. Each and every one of them paid him a certain amount of money. And his mother was paid 5,000 rand per month. 1998, they arrested him for stock theft, and he was sentenced to 15 years, to 12 years in jail. He was to be released in 2012. He was never released. While he was in prison, they started to use him as a hitman to kill witnesses. The witnesses who was killed in the Vrede Farm corruption, Mr. Nguru exposed the firearms and the hitmen who killed those witnesses. The lady who was working for Mangaung Metro, whose body was found in the boot of a car in 2019 at the basement parking of the Mangaung Metro, Ms. Sipati Lichwana was killed by the same hitman who killed the Vrede Farm witnesses. Mr. Nguru have implicated former Premier Magashule. He have implicated the now retired General Mutsunyani. He have implicated the current Deputy Provincial Commissioner of Detectives, General Mudise. He have implicated General Lisia. He have implicated the current DPP, Advocate Somaru. He have implicated the Deputy Advocate Matluku. And he have implicated Mr. Harrington, whose father was the one who killed the farm worker, who's now the prosecutor, who's now prosecuting on these fresh cases of Mr. Nguru, where they allege Mr. Nguru stole cattle while he was in detention.
'Cause 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 'cause
I have evidence of everything. But most importantly is a case have been opened. I have informed the NPA about this in August last year. They have never, I've informed the former inspecting judge, Judge Edwin Cameron. I have informed the Minister of Justice. I have informed the current new NPA at now, because Mr. Nguru have evidence, his lawyer have a trust account where all the money was deposited in of the people who paid him for his silence. They went to him and told him that the only way they're going to release him from prison is when he's going to sign an affidavit and not implicate them. A lot of people died. 2 firearms that have already been located on the information of Mr. Nguru, as well as the laptop of Ms. Sipati was found in the boot of a car. I have been exposing this information on Facebook, and as a result thereof, the DPP of Free State opened a case of criminal injury against me. The police is looking for me. They want to arrest me on that. There's not a problem. And I really want to urge the committee. Mr. Nguru are being kept in CMAX. He's been moved from prison to, he's now in Sonderwater. Last time they tried to poison him, but we have all the evidence. The evidence have been handed over to the NPA. I have handed it over now to Advocate Mutibi. The police have the evidence, military intelligence have the evidence. What we need is for Parliament to look into this matter. Mr. Nguru is implicated himself. He said he's not afraid to be charged for the crimes that he committed, but he wants all these people who are implicated in these crimes also to be held accountable because people lost their lives. He told us about people who were fed to lions. Black people were killed by farmers and their bodies were fed to lions. He knows grave sites where people have been buried. He's prepared to go and point out everything, everywhere that he knows about. He have a lot of information. That is one of the matters that I felt I want to talk about. The other one is I have a message, and I sent two voice recordings to Mr. Romano from Mr. Sifiso Miwa relating to the Senzo Miwa case. And he asked me to request the committee to please play those voice notes, because in one of the voice recordings is his cousin with Advocate Chauke, who's now in the Nkabinde inquiry, where Advocate Chauke in 2019 admitted that the NPA doesn't believe that the people who are currently on trial for the Senzo Miwa murder is the right people. It would be better if that recording can be played with the recording of Sifiso Miwa. Then there's the issue of Ntate George Mbatu, who is staying in Klerksdorp. Ntate Mbatu was suspended, he was charged or plotted, can I say, in 1991. He was suspended in 1991 from the South African Police Service. He was charged. He was detained in Stilfontein Correctional Services. And his pension have been stolen. Since 1991 up until now, he's still suspended. There's no records that he was ever brought before disciplinary hearing or dismissed. He went to the police station to get information about a case number on which he was charged. There's no records of that case number. He inquired from the Minister of Correctional Services on the prison number that he was detained with. The Minister responded in writing that there is no records of that prison number on the database of correctional services. There's a letter. And Tate Mbatu was in his early 30s when he was suspended. He's now in his middle 60s. He has suffered. He has lost everything. All his children are dead. His wife left him. He's suffering. And SAPS refuse to assist him. I know that currently GPAA is investigating the unlawful withdrawal of his pension because no one knows how his pension was withdrawn. And Ntate Mbatu asked me, please ask the members of parliament to assist me. I don't want to die not knowing what is going to happen with my grandchildren. Ntate Mbatu is the father. His son is one of the people who died in that incident at the soccer where there was people trampled upon one another, and his son was one of the people who died.
In a stampede. Is it a stampede?
Yes, Chairperson. In the stampede, and he is now the one who's testifying in the. There's a hearing of Boyki. Yes, Ntate Mbatu is the main witness in that hearing. And then. What is the last one? So, relating to the corruption of the Free State Management, the NPA, there is evidence. It's not just allegations, because if it was allegations, the DPP would not have opened a criminal injuria case against me. She would have filed a defamation suit. But as I said, there's evidence, and Mr. Jacob Nare. Mr. Jacob Nare is dead. He was murdered. But now currently we have someone called Mr. Jacob Nare as a Section 204 witness for Brigadier Gininda. That person is an undocumented Zimbabwean citizen. The one who is now called Jacob Nare. I spoke to the brother of Mr. Jacob Nare, Mr. Pete Nare. He said, please ask Parliament. We have been everywhere. Our brother's death was never registered on the database of Home Affairs. There was an investigation by the police and they found it. There's a witness of Brigadier Gininda. Even have outstanding cases, and he's going by several names. He's the Section 204 witness in the Radovan Krecher case. And he is the one that General Patlani testified about. The one that was to be taken to the UK and he refused to sign. But eventually General Sitole did sign for him to stay under witness. Currently I know Radovan Krecher is the one, Paul O'Sullivan is the one who is paying for him to be in witness protection. And there are witnesses who will also testify about this person, but Pete Nare asked me, please ask Parliament, we want to know how is it possible that our brother's identity can be used by an imposter while our brother. The other issue that I wanted to address is I spoke about my WhatsApp groups. There is a WhatsApp group of the student